Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and today is the saddest day, of course, of the cruise. It is the day of disembarkation. Disembarkation went actually really easy this time. I vacated my room on time and then grabbed a really light breakfast and settled in up on Lido deck. Now, I am a platinum level member of Carnival's loyalty program, so I can pretty much leave the ship anytime I want. But my flight back to Oklahoma was later in the afternoon, so there was no real rush. And in fact, if you get to the airport too early, you have to wait out in the lobby because you can't check in more than 4 hours before your flight. So I did want to get out of the room, so the room attendant can take care of it, turn it over for the next cruise. So I went up to Lido just to hang out for a little bit. Actually, I didn't go up to Lido. I should say I went down to Lido. I was on the deck 11 on this cruise. So I went down to Lido, hung out on Lido for a little bit, and then basically made my way off, the long walk, the long last final walk down the bridge back to the terminal. Now, I always take my own luggage down from the ship. It's just easier to deal with. I don't have to pack and have it out by a certain time the night before. A lot of times I'll finish packing the morning I leave. Like I've said before, I'm up late, so I want to put my last evening's clothes into my luggage, have things out for the next day. So I take my own luggage down, and that's about all there is to it when it comes to debarking. Debarking is incredibly easy. It was incredibly easy this time. I used the facial recognition thing for immigration because I used my passport to travel on this cruise. I have used a birth certificate and a driver's license before, which is all you legally have to do a Caribbean cruise, right? That begins and ends in the United States, a closed loop cruise of the Caribbean. It was fine. I'm not an alarmist. If something happens and you're in a foreign country and all you have is your license and your birth certificate, you can get back into the United States. There might be a little bit of extra paperwork, but it's really not that big a deal. The United States would not let you leave with just a birth certificate and a driver's license if you cannot get back in some fashion, right? Okay, so, but this time I did take my passport, which did make it really easy because I could use the facial recognition line. And even though my passport picture looks wildly different than I look right now, I have a full beard in it. I had a full head of hair because I hadn't, on this particular cruise, you can still kind of see I shaved the sides and stuff. It still recognized the way I look compared to the picture. So it was really easy to get back in. I never have anything to declare because I don't buy like alcohol and stuff. I've never seen the point. It's just not a big enough savings to justify dragging all of that back home. I guess if I went on a cruise every week, was alcohol shopping every week, maybe it'd be worth it. It's not. So I have nothing to declare. All I had to do basically is walk through the terminal outside. I took Carnival transportation this time, a transfer from the terminal to Hobby Airport. Normally, if I drive, I also don't wait on the ship if I drive. Like I said, I lingered a little bit on Lido. I normally just go out. As soon as I vacate my room, I leave the ship, go out to my car, drive home. In this case, I took a transfer. The transfer was fine. It was easy. The buses are all lined up right there at the port waiting for you. I had to sit and wait maybe, 5 minutes or something, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. It wasn't long. They like to leave with a full bus, needless to say. So if you get out there and you're the first person on the bus, you might have to wait a little bit longer. But it's a direct drive to Hobby, and God knows I'd rather have someone else driving through that mess of construction on I-45 right now up to Hobby Airport. And, if you're going to international, you can also take a transfer, and international is a long drive. It's about an hour and a half. So save yourself that. You can nap in your seat. Maybe you were up late last night like I was on the cruise ship, your last night of the cruise. You can sleep in your seat and get a quick nap. Now, I got into Hobby still early for my flight. I still had to wait in the lobby of Hobby Lobby. There you go. That's a pun, right? I still had to wait in the lobby of Hobby a little bit before I could check in, but that's fine. You know why? Because in the Hobby Airport, there is a really excellent restaurant in the lobby. Now, I can never remember the name of this place. I'll put the name and a picture here off to the side where you can see it, but it's probably on that side. Is it on that side? Maybe. I don't know. Of where I'm speaking right now in this video. But it's a great place. It's like a barbecue place. Always grab a barbecue sandwich and a Diet Coke and pecan pie. And the pecan pie is the reason why I go. It's really good. Don't let the picture fool you. Yeah, it's a little prepackaged or whatever, but it's really good pecan pie. I love pecan pie. It's a great morning breakfast. Pecan pie and a barbecue sandwich and some Diet Coke. Kill some time there. And in fact, while I was killing time, I made another video short, and we'll go ahead and insert it right here, right now. Okay, and here we are at the end of another voyage, and I'm at Houston Hobby Airport, my favorite airport in Houston. It is just big enough and just small enough, just big enough to have everything you need, but still small enough you can get around easily. And I have a 2-hour wait before I can even check in for my flight. So I'm out in the lobby. And you know what? I don't even mind, because I'm at my favorite place here. I ate here the last time. I was here back in August. It's like Papa's Barbecue. I hope that's the exact name. That's terrible. I don't even know the name, but it's really good. They have a fantastic breakfast here. Nutritious pulled pork sandwich with sweet barbecue sauce and pecan pie. And as always, Diet Coke for health. I'm going to kill a couple hours out here in the lobby, probably watching TV or something, maybe organizing some videos, and just wait. It's a waiting game now. It takes forever. It's actually quicker to drive back from Houston, from Galveston to Oklahoma, I think. It's not quicker to drive down. I usually can fly down a lot faster, but it is quicker to drive back. And especially when you kind of get stuck and you get off the ship and you get to the airport early, you have to hang around. But I had a great trip. It was fantastic. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. It was the 50th celebration, the 50th anniversary part of it was kind of a dud, kind of fell flat. But the cruise itself is fantastic. We all had a great time on the cruise. Had a really good time with Facebook group people. This time, there were a lot of us, and it really added to the voyage. Made it a lot of fun, especially traveling solo. I did a video about traveling solo and mentioned that. Look on Facebook, hook up with a group. We had dinners together and tea time together. We went on a kind of an excursion. Now, it wasn't a carnival excursion, but we went out to Mr. Sancho's, as you know from a video, in Cozumel, and it was really a great time. So I recommend that. And I recommend cruising as always, and I recommend coming to Galveston, the Miami of the Midwest, to take your cruise. And until next time, thanks for watching. After that, soon enough, I was checked in and through security. Pretty quick walk through security, too. They've gotten that more down pat over the years. It used to be I felt like it took forever to get through security. It's really not too bad in this day and age, I don't think. At least in most of the airports I use. Let's say that. So I went through security, got on my flight, Southwest Airlines, direct flight from Houston Hobby to Oklahoma City. Quick, easy flight. And I was home. And I had a fantastic time. It really was a very good time. Okay, so this was the 50th anniversary of the Carnival Cruise Line's founding. And for 50 years, Carnival Cruise Line's tagline has been the fun ships. Everybody knows that. Everybody's heard it. And what can I say on this particular voyage? It certainly proved that tag true. This was a very fun cruise. I had a great time. It was a nonstop party, ran from start to finish. There were a lot of longtime cruisers on this cruise that really helped make it a great cruise. Most of us on there, or a lot of us on there, were big brand fans, and what they sell is what we like. And so we were liking it to its fullest during this trip. I would say that I would say the big thing that made this a great trip was Cookie, the cruise director. Let me throw that in real quick. He's an excellent cruise director, and I think he's moving to another ship. Why does this happen to me? So, yeah, I mean, he was so good, and he's actually one of the best ones I've encountered Thought he was so high energy, always out interacting with the passengers, always trying to have a good time, and not really trying to sugarcoat when there were a few problems along the way. Hell, he just owned up to it. What can I say? Kudos to him for that. He made it a lot of fun. The ship itself made it a lot of fun. The Breeze is a little more than 10 years old now, and it is the last hurrah, kind of fitting for the 50th anniversary, the last hurrah for Carnival of a particular type of ship. A type of ship that began with the fantasy class, where you're going to enter into this grand lobby, soaring atrium, glass elevators. You feel like you just walked into a skyscraper. And that really was the last one of that type of ship. Beginning with the Vista, it changed radically to just a 3-story atrium, no more glass elevators, and a different design. Don't get me wrong, I love the Vista, I certainly do. And I can't wait to go on, say, like the Jubilee coming to Galveston, which is a Mardi Gras class ship. But the Breeze was kind of the last hurrah of that sort of design and style. And despite being 10 years old, as I've already touched on, it has everything you need in order to have a really great time at sea. It is definitely probably, again, beginning with the Dream class, of which the Breeze is the last ship of that class. Really began the whole resort town on the ocean as opposed to just a resort hotel or just a hotel, right? Just a hotel, just a resort, then a resort town. The Breeze definitely, lots of bars, lots of restaurants, lots of activities, lots of things to do. I've always enjoyed the Breeze. It's always been one of my favorite ships. It and the Vista kind of tied because they both have things that I like better than the other one, kind of balance each other out. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And I have sailed the Breeze numerous times. I've sailed the Vista numerous times. And I've sailed Carnival exclusively for 20 years now. More than 20 years. Is it more than 20? Well, no, about 20 years now. About 20 and a half years. 20 and a half. It's about 20 and a half years now. I have sailed Carnival Cruise Lines. And I have always enjoyed it. A lot of things have changed over the years. It has. A lot of things have changed with cruising, and a lot of things have changed with Carnival over the last 20 years. But one thing that has not changed is that it is always fun. It's always fun. It's always a good time. It's always a rowdy, good time. A rowdy, good time, punctuated with great food, or at least good food, good and great food, beautiful ports of call, fantastic activities on board the ship, and usually a really great and diverse passenger base. A lot of different people. You're almost guaranteed to find someone that you like on board to hang out with if you're a solo passenger like myself. Went through this Facebook solo passengers kind of group for this voyage. It was so much fun. They were all really interesting. It's always great to meet people on a Carnival Cruise Line. Like I said, it's a very broad-based socioeconomic group. It's a lot of interesting people, a lot of neat people to meet. The ports of call are always great too, especially in this day and age. You're going to find fantastic beaches, usually within easy reach of the ship. Lots of fun things to do. The port areas themselves are much improved over 20 years ago. They may look a lot more like a shopping mall now, but hey, what can I say? It's clean and it's fun and it's safe and you'll have a great time. You will have a great time. You'll have a really great time. And I wholeheartedly recommend Carnival Cruise Lines for that great time if you want to take a cruise. Also, I recommend hitting like, subscribe, and notify for future content. This is the last video on this particular series for the Carnival Breeze celebration, but I have more videos coming. I will be taking a land cruise. My next cruise is a land cruise. I've actually taken it at this point on Amtrak, going from the port of call of Denver, Colorado to San Francisco, California with my son. We're going to go start the line of videos. We'll be starting from that soon. Maybe like tomorrow after this video, in fact, 'cause I think this video will go up on like a Friday, and then I'll start Amtrak on Saturday and Sunday. So that's coming up. That's coming up. So please hit like, subscribe, and notify so you can catch that and other great videos about traveling. I do travel, I do gaming, a few other things here on my channel. Now, in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you with my next video.